Welcome to a special episode of the Outlast podcast. We are here at 2521 Miller Trunk Highway doing the Hurricane Relief Fill the Trailer event for the victims down in ours specifically is going to be for the Asheville, North Carolina area. Ron, you want to tell people a little bit about what we got going on here?
Yeah, we got our big trailer here, and we challenged the community to kind of help us fill this trailer with the immediate needs that these hurricane victims need right now. So cleaning supplies, toilet paper. Just about anything you could think that they would need, at first. A lot of people think, hey, we're going to help them. We're going to donate clothes. I mean, that's not one of the things like we need right now. So,
Right.
we just asking people to donate, non-perishable food items, cleaning supplies, whatever people really can help with.
I know we were on the phone with a pastor in Asheville, and his biggest request right now was for generators and chainsaws.
Yeah.
And he knew it was a big ask, and we knew it was a tall order. So we started challenging some local businesses to do that. And I mean, honestly, the response was huge. The amount of, I think we're up to 18 chainsaws and like 10 generators.
Yeah.
And they're all brand new for the most part. And that stuff is really expensive. And some of these businesses that have donated have just, really come through. If you guys are on our Facebook page, go out and check out these people that are really making a difference in our community locally, and they're sharing this love nationwide now. They're sending stuff down there. They know that this is for a good cause, and they're trusting us to get all of this stuff into the right hands when we get down there. I think, Ron, you're going down. You're driving down.
Yeah, we're gonna drive down tomorrow. We're gonna drop off.
What time are you guys leaving tomorrow morning?
Yeah, we're gonna leave tomorrow morning around 7 a.m. It should be, typically in a perfect conditions, it's 18-hour trip. So we anticipate it being a little bit longer, but just being a part of this is life changing. It's something that I think,
Yeah, it's a higher purpose.
it's a higher purpose for sure. And it's been just through this whole thing, seeing other businesses kind of come together and help us with this thing. It's been some business that I've just been shocked. That's just been some of our biggest contributors. King of Cream, NASCAR Towing, Owens Corning. Just some of the companies I can think of just off the top of my head that just kind of stepped
I'm gonna
up to
list.
the plate.
I'm gonna list all of those here in a bit. They all
Yeah.
need to get a special shout out and kind of
Absolutely.
what they've been able to do. Duluth Harbor Mission came and dropped off, 2 full truckloads. There's 50 pairs of brand new shoes that they dropped off.
Yeah.
Duluth Lawn and Sport
Yeah.
donated, 1 chainsaw and then gave us cost on 5 other really nice steel chainsaws, and those are $600 value each. I mean, they literally gave us thousands of dollars for this,
Yeah.
and all we had to do was we just put a quick call in. The call was no more than 5 minutes, and they were already answering the call.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge. And you guys are going down there tomorrow.
Yep.
But this trailer will be still up and running for donations for things that people are going to need long term. This isn't going to be something that the towns can put back together in a week or two. This is going to be
It's gonna be years.
it's going to be years. But in the immediate months to follow, they're going to need sleeping bags, backpacks, garbage bags, these buckets. I mean, perishable food, non-perishable food items, everything that you can think of that we take for granted. They're going to need power cords. When electricity gets back on, cell phones, all this stuff is just right now it's not accessible to them. They don't have it, and that's what we're doing. I mean, I think a lot of the coverage out there on your major news networks is covering it a little bit, but not enough. If you really want to go ahead and do some some research as to what has happened, just look up what's happening in Asheville, North Carolina right now.
And I think and I don't want to just highlight the business. I want to highlight absolutely the individuals that came down and donated. A lot of things. It's been just the community as a whole, the individuals that came down and donated. It's been a great turnout so far. Our community has stepped up to the plate so far, and it's just one of those things where it's devastating. So people literally are putting their lives back together, as we speak, and just kind of help them do that is
some of it's customers that we've served from Outlast Construction in the past, but most of them is just people that are trying to help. The amount of dog food, cat food, paper towels, diapers. People are really starting to think long term about these kids, these animals. A lot of these animals that have been abandoned there. There's a lot of deaths out there, and there's a lot of things that have been abandoned, and dogs, cats, chickens, whatever, you name it. People have donated everything from the top down. And like you said, a lot of it's been customers. The big ticket items that we asked, we shouted out those for from the businesses, but the customers came through in droves. I think Alliance Masonry yesterday is one I really want to talk about right now.
Yeah.
They came out. They were the first to call us. They saw
Yep.
a post and they called us, and they immediately
huge.
said, "What do you guys need?" We told them what we needed. They brought all of these buckets. They brought all
Gloves.
of those. Yeah, all of the gloves. They brought a ton of contractor bags. They got 2 brand new chainsaws. They went out there, and 3 of them showed up yesterday. And Caleb
Yeah.
came with his team, and
Yep.
they brought all kinds of stuff, man. And it was incredible. That was the start of it, and it's just steamrolled since then. It seems like everybody's doing their part, man.
And it's, I know from our aspect, I mean, we're kind of finishing up working a storm this year, but this is a whole different animal. So how do it feel like for you being on the other side of a storm, kind of not so much going into a storm and saying, hey, I'm Travis, and I can help you get your roof covered or your siding covered.
Yeah.
We're going into this storm with a whole different
we're not going into
outlook
this
on
storm
it.
to make money, and we're not. Like, our goal is to donate our time. Like, there's nothing you can always make more money, but you
Yeah.
can never make more time or get more time back. I think the biggest thing with this is that's what we're doing. Like, when you guys are down there, Nicole and I are going to be in here manning the trailer, taking donations, helping people figure out, logistically what's the next step, because we're going to take another truck down in a week with all of these non-perishable items,
Yeah.
because that's when those are going to be needed.
Yeah.
It's truly just one of these things that, like, business is the last thing that's on our mind right now with this. I personally, I want to make sure my customers here are still taken care of, but I hope that they all understand right now what we're doing is for, a bigger, greater cause. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. I mean, we'll, obviously shoot us a text. We'll text you and let you know what's going on with your jobs. But right now, things are on pause. We're still going to be doing a couple things here and there because we have no choice in weather and stuff. But I think right now, man, it's just where we're at is first things first. Let's take care of our neighbors in the U.S.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think that's what makes us. That's what makes us. I know we're in the middle of election and we can get political and go down those whole rabbit holes, but I think this is what makes America the greatest country on earth. Is when things do happen, we do come together and we do stick together and we do help one another in devastating times like this. So what a good time to just be in a position to help people, man.
I think it's beautiful, the humanity that we can show one another. Like, at the end of the day, we're people, and we take care of each other, and that's what matters. It doesn't matter. Anything else in this world doesn't matter. It's taking care of one another and showing love. Love is what this is all about. And I think we're gonna be here every day 8 to 5 all week. So 8 to 5, 25, 21, Miller Trunk Highway. Stop in, donate what you can. Nothing's too small. And we just appreciate the support that we've gotten so far. It's huge. We're gonna keep sending updates throughout the week on our Facebook page, tagging anybody that wants to be tagged. And we're also gonna make sure that when we're going down there delivering the stuff, you guys are going to see where your hard efforts have been
We're
poured
going to
into.
document
Yes.
this journey the whole way on our way down there. Once we get down there, we're going to show you guys what this looked like. We're going to document the whole thing, man. And I think I'm going to piggyback a little bit off what you said. There is no donation that's too small. So if you're out there and you're wanting to help and you're wanting to donate and you're saying, hey, it's only one box of tissue or whatever it may be, that one thing absolutely helps. So no donation is too small. No donation is too big. And I just personally, I want to challenge any business out there that's especially in our field. I want to challenge the other companies out there to join us with this, help us with this. Let's help our neighbors. Let's help our people down in North Carolina and Florida and Georgia and Tennessee, all these other places that need help. Let's keep this thing rolling. And let's show them, how we do it in the Northland. How we help each other in the Northland. So,
yeah, reach out to us with any questions that you have. I do want to get back to some of these businesses right now that really deserve a shout out. So if you guys are listening to the podcast or driving by some of these businesses, just to go in and say thank you, or even
shout them out, man. Go shout them out,
or even support them. I mean, so Duluth Lawn and Sport.
Yep.
They're great. I mean, go talk to Chris over there for anything, man. He's been amazing. He knows his stuff. Bill Bowman over at Bill's Muffler and Brake.
Yep.
He came through. He donated generators and drinks and stuff. And I mean, to do that type of thing, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for people that have a lot of money. It's a lot of money for anybody.
Yep.
Duluth Harbor Mission, I already talked about them, what they've been able to do. We have a fellow roofer. I'll let you talk about him. I know you guys are pretty close too. So
man, then in Parents Roofing, man. It's Roofer United, we call it. just a great guy, great company. You know, it's all one big family. You know,
Yep.
under a different umbrella, but we're all the same family. And he came and donated a couple chainsaws and some other things. Um,
And his time. He donated his time.
he donated
Yep.
more importantly, he donated his time for sure. Yep. So,
So
we
Den
definitely
and
wanna show-
Perrins Roofing, been in business, you know, for a while now, and Denon is great. So, you know, if we're not your first call, make sure Denon's your second.
Yeah, please.
The hot tub store donated a chainsaw,
Yep.
and I know they personally take care of Nicole and Brian's hot tub, and they couldn't be more happy with them.
Absolutely.
NASCAR towing,
Yeah.
huge
Yeah.
Mo over at NASCAR. If you need a tow, call Mo.
Need a tow? Call Mo.
Need a tow, call Mo. And so he donated what, 3 chainsaws,
Yeah.
a generator. I mean, a ton of stuff again.
Unbelievable, man.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
I talked about Alliance. Talked about Caleb over at Alliance. They're
Yep.
great. Masonry stuff. So anything that you guys need, concrete slabs, sidewalks, you know,
Yeah.
steps put in, whatever, you name it. Dave Hawk and Valerie Berg over at Remax.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah,
They
were
brought
one of
in
the first
tons
ones.
of. Yeah, they were one of the first ones. You know, if you're looking for a realtor, I use Dave and Val multiple times on my properties. They are great from, you know, start to finish. Val and Dave, their communication, I don't think can be beat.
Yeah.
And I mean that. I'm not just trying to say that. They really have the best communication in the business, and I've had multiple realtors. They donated backpacks, sleeping bags, you know, propane tanks. I mean, ton of good stuff that's going to be needed for sure. And then some of our, you know, we reached out to some of the bigger corporations that we do business with for our own Outlast construction purposes. Which
Yeah.
ones are those?
Malarkey, Owens Corning, but Malarkey, Steve, I think Steve over there donated some chainsaws and some other things to us.
Yeah, they donated 2 chainsaws,
Yep.
and then Owens Corning donated 5.
Yeah, oh, nice.
And we're talking 5 chainsaws,
Yep.
brand new.
So those are our 2 biggest suppliers with shingles, and
Yep.
we just, if you guys tune into our YouTube channel, I just did an interview with Steve up on the big Carriage Homes project. So go back and watch that, and you guys can kind of learn a little bit about
what
Steve
Malarkey's
and
about.
Malarkey. Yeah.
And then another person that's kind of, you know, 2 people that are, or 2 businesses that have been doing things already for a while that kind of, we were able to have this here, and they were able to kind of be a big part of the brainstorm of this, is Kiwi Trucking, and then East Ridge Community Church.
Yeah, Kiwi.
Yep. So Kiwi's doing a thing right now. They have a hub in Tennessee, and they're just getting pallets and pallets of stuff, donating all their time, all their energy. East Ridge is helping out with this, and they're bringing all this stuff down there to Tennessee to
Well,
then
none
be
of
this.
this,
Yep.
none of this stuff, the logistically wise, get rolling without those guys. So
Yeah.
I mean, they're a really, really, really huge part of this whole.
Kiwi
thing,
Brothers
man.
Trucking, I mean, their hearts are huge
Yep.
for what they're doing here. I mean, they thought of it, you know, at the same time we did, and it just happened to be we linked up.
Yep.
So they're great. You know,
Firestone, yeah.
Firestone.
yeah.
We worked with them for a while. They donated plenty too. I mean, Firestone Corporation. I've never had an issue with them, but locally they're the best in the business.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
say, man, you took the words out of my mouth. Every single employee they got over there is great. I wouldn't hesitate. I take my stuff over there all the time. So,
So if you need tires, Firestone for sure.
Yeah.
And then Pike Lake Golf Course also
Nice.
had a place for they donated their time, they donated their space for people to come and drop off stuff there. And then Octane Wrap, they went ahead and
Oh, man.
donated their time to wrap the whole trailer.
Yeah,
So if
yeah.
you've seen the trailer, check it out.
Artane, yeah.
And then last but not least, Life 97.3 for covering this and giving us lots of plugs on their stations throughout the day, so people know where to come, where to donate.
Yep.
And I guess that's right now that's where we're at, and then all countless customers. So we want to
Yep.
just go ahead and leave this off with 2521 Miller Trunk Highway. We'll be here all week, 8 to 5. Drop off anything that you can. No items too small. So we appreciate everybody. We love you. We just want to make a difference, and you guys are helping.
Yeah.
We couldn't do any of this without you.
Absolutely.
All right, I think that's a wrap, guys. We'll see you in the next one.